Hey, what's going on, everybody? You Phoenixaholics, and I'm the Chris Phoenix, and that's just not me. I'm sorry. That's not my drill. It's not my motive. It's not my beginning of a prediction video, brother. No, seriously. Sorry, guys. So, as many of you guys know, since it's officially Thursday, both on the East and West Coast, whatnot, 3 days, 72 hours till WWE No Way Out 2012 from New Jersey. Yeah, I wonder if Snooki will be there. Yeah, Jim Tan Laundry bit. No. Anyway, though, honestly, when I look at this card, I'm not that interested in it, and I think a lot of people feel the same way. You guys already know how I feel about the current product compared to TNA. You know, I'm more interested in TNA's product lately than I am WWE's. I'm sorry, guys. That's just me, you know. But hey, again, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but we've seen this before. You know, we saw this last year around this time at Capital Punishment. Everyone was like, oh my god, I'm going to turn myself off a freaking cliff, you know? And then, you know, the product got good and everyone got into it. They're like, oh shit, you know, this whole CM Punk thing, he might be leaving and he's owning John Cena. And what if he leaves with the title because his contract's expiring? Oh my god, wrestling's amazing, you know? Just you know, I'm not saying that's gonna happen. I'm saying it's a shot of it happening, you know? And I think WWE might be, you know, at it, you know? And they're also building up some young stars too, so. Anywho, let's get off with this card, shall we? First, actually, we have a pre-show match, yeah, pre-show match, aka on YouTube, Facebook, 3.com, whatever. Brodus Clay versus David Otunga, and I've noticed in most of the pre-show matches, they've actually gotten some pretty good time there. So I don't think there's gonna be necessarily a squash match. I mean, it's gonna end in a minute or two. I'll probably get around maybe 5 to 8 minutes or so. I expect Brodus Clay to win just because, David Otunga, WWE's not really making him go that far. Brodus Clay, the guy's still undefeated. And, Brodus Clay's probably going to win. So, and we also going to have this appearance by the Gamer, Triple H. It's gotta. And this is when WWE needs ratings. Because, let's face it, WWE would do this on Raw. They'd do this on Raw. But, this ain't Raw. This is No Way Out. This is a pay-per-view. So, WWE is in need of ratings. The ratings are slipping down a bit. So they're probably thinking, okay, what if we have Triple H come out there, he gets a promo, and he says what he's going to do against the whole Heyman Lesnar thing, which would probably lead up to, SummerSlam between Triple H and Lesnar. And don't be surprised. I won't be surprised if we do see Paul Heyman. I think he probably will be there. And, I think we might have a Lesnar sighting, maybe. But, also, too, I won't be surprised if Vince McMahon's in the main event, kind of like in the corner of John Cena. But anyway, WWE Divas Championship match, Layla versus Beth. We've seen this before. We saw it last pay-per-view, Over the Limit. I thought it was a pretty good match. Hopefully this will be a pretty good match in itself. I'm not a huge fan of the Divas division lately. It just seems like they've been using the same Divas over and over again. Layla, Beth, and then once in a while they'll put like Alicia Fox or someone in there, and that's it. That's what happens when you cut down on your divas, and you have Kelly saying, "Okay, I've been here for literally 6 years. I'm gonna take a break. I don't know if I'll come back." Ah, damn, she's hot though. But anyway, I do expect Lila to retain and keep the belt. Maybe I was thinking about this earlier. Maybe WWE could bring up a diva, especially now that WWE. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but WWE is actually stepping up with NXT, and I'm thinking, oh god, NXT. I know. But they're basically making NXT now literally into FCW, basically. They're calling up Richie Steamboat. I think we're just going to have Dean Ambrose also on there. And, they're showing all these faces that we've never seen before. Well, at least, if you don't watch FCW, you don't pay attention to, the developmental system. Guys, it's 12 a.m. Bear with me. They're bringing them up. So, they're bringing up young stars, and, they're showing it to us and saying, hey, these guys might be on Raw or SmackDown in the near future. Instead of we're going to be on here for forever, and then we're going to make, like, a weird version of ECW. When, like, literally the dying days, which was literally, like, a week before we went off the air. WWE's version ECW, not the regular ECW version. Alright, so, yeah, I do think Layla's going to retain. Next, we have Christian versus Cody Rhodes, IC title. this should be a good match. They had a good match and Over the Limit. Excuse me. You know, I think this hopefully now they'll get more time compared to last pay-per-view, but I do think Christian's going to win and retain the IC title. And then we got the most interesting match to me. This is the part that's making me possibly one of the small things interested in this pay-per-view. CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan versus Kane, triple threat match for WWE title. In some way, for some reason, I feel like we're kind of forgetting, like we're overshadowing the thought of it from the WWE title. I mean, it seems like lately they're making it, oh, it's for AJ, you know, it's for AJ Lee, you know, it's for her, type of deal, because she's kind of deep down, she might not be over Daniel Bryan. She thinks Punk's the greatest guy she ever met, but she has the hots for Kane, and it's literally like this love triangle. If you count AJ, it'd be like what, quadruple, like 4 sides. But anyway, again, this should be a pretty good match. I think Punk and Kane, they work pretty good together. You know, Daniel Bryan works well with Punk, and I think all 3 of these guys at once could work well together. So I think it should be a pretty good match. Usually I'd say Punk could retain, but believe it or not, I could see Punk losing it to D-Bry. I think Punk might lose it to D-Bry either on No Way Out, or Punk will lose at the next pay-per-view at Money in the Bank. Because Punk's had the belt since November. You know, remember when Cena went with the whole year defending the title, everyone went, oh my god, this sucks. You know, Punk's got the title since November. We're in June. You know, in a few months from now, it'll be close to a year. So, you know, I think maybe Punk might drop the title somewhere then to Daniel Bryan. I don't think Kane's going to win. If Kane wins, I might be a little bit shocked. Not too shocked, but, you know, as for now, I'm going to say Punk retains, but guys, it's a possibility. Daniel Bryan could win this. You know AJ is going to do something. She's going to get up their apron, distract somebody, or do something, or make out with Michael Cole, or God knows what. Freaking, yeah. So it should be good, though. Next we got the World Title match, Dolph Ziggler. Wow. It's 12 a.m., guys. Bear with me. Again, Dolph Ziggler versus Sheamus for the World Title. Obviously, with the whole Del Real injury, kind of made this kind of... but hey, you know, it's an interesting opportunity for Dolph Ziggler. Do I think he's going to win? No. But, you know, it gives experience to Ziggler back in the main event. And remember, they still have Jericho suspended, Orton suspended, and they still got a few injuries too. So maybe Ziggler might hang in the main event for a little while. God damn, get rid of Vicky. Seriously, dude, you're gonna do fine with her. I get it, she helps you get heat, but just get rid of her. Be on your own, you'll be fine. But I do think Sheamus is gonna retain the World Heavyweight Championship. And then, yes, the match we're all waiting for, the greatest steel cage match ever. And if you don't know I'm sarcastic, get the hell out of this video, seriously. John Cena versus the Big Show. And if Big Show loses, John Laurinaitis is going to be fired. But if John Cena loses, he's fired. This is what, like the 10th time at least that John Cena is involved in a if I lose, I'm fired scenario. We saw this with the Nexus, and we saw this with a crap load of other times, and it's just like, ugh. And I question. And believe it or not, at first I say Big Show loses, excuse me. Now I say Big Show wins. Because I don't think Johnny Ace is going to be fired. If he's going to be quote-unquote fired, I think it's going to be around either SummerSlam or a little bit after that, kind of like, I don't know, Night of Champions, or hell, maybe Hell in a Cell. You know, somewhere around there. Or actually, no, I could say it either SummerSlam or Survivor Series. I think that's when Johnny Ace goes off television. But, you know, I think Cena might be taking time off. Then again, we've said this before. Oh, John Cena's going to take time off. Then he comes off the next night. We're like, oh, look, it's John Cena. He's coming down to the ring saying that he's sorry and then he's about to leave. But, you know, it's a possibility, I guess, because remember, guys, John Cena is dealing with his divorce right now, so maybe he has to set up with his lawyers and whatnot, because freaking his wife, his current ex-wife, is going to have freaking Linda Hogan's lawyer, and we saw what happened to Hogan brother with that. So, you know, I do think the Big Show actually will win this match, and guys, those are my predictions for No Way Out. What are you guys going to think? It's a good pay-per-view, bad pay-per-view, decent pay-per-view. And comment down below your predictions and video responses if you want. Subscribe if you haven't, and peace.